Hey, thanks for checking out Verb. Before I jump into our platform demo, I just wanted to show you a couple use cases of how people are using Verb. So this is an event SaaS application where you sign up events, sell tickets to those events, maybe monitor and help promote that event. So what you see here is everything is coming from that fictional demo system. But what is coming from Verb are these KPI tiles that are rendered via SDK. And then the contextual pie charts that are inside of this table. They are filtered by the event ID of each one of these events. And you create this once, and then the data is filtered for this table. Again, this table is not from Verb, just the pie charts. So it makes it super simple to embed data visualizations for your end users. So you also frequently have event level dashboards that show my Verb launch party statistics of revenue, tickets sold. You'd create this once in Verb and then embed it on each one of these overview pages for each event, and then filter that data by the event ID or however you would do that for your system. So you can see typical KPI tiles, combo charts, tables, downloadable reports like CSV or Excel files, pie charts, pretty much any visualization you need we have. And then the standard kind of embedded dashboard where users can control filters, date ranges, events, and then showing aggregate level data across all of my events or all my organization events. Depending on how you'd like to set that up, you can set up filters on any field in your database as well. You can also add that download report button anywhere you need. And then the last thing we don't show here is also API reports. So API reports allow you to send up a REST API and provision access to your customers so they can pull their data into a CRM or a BI tool and kind of do their own manipulation or combination of that data, which most of us have to manage these days. So if you look at hopping over to the Verb system, you'll see that there are three kind of main components. You've got your data sources, your data models, and then your collections or visualizations and dashboards. So inside of a data source, you'll connect your database however you want. We connect to most databases. We also connect to flat files, APIs, and we are adding new stuff every day. So when you connect that, you'll be able to kind of pick and choose what tables or what level of objects you'd like to import into the system, and then what method, how you'd like to do that, and then at what frequency level. So that could be as frequent as 1 minute, as infrequent as 12 hours, or even longer. You can do that at the column level. You can remove these columns by table if you only want some columns from a table. And then you can also remove rows if you'd like to remove things like invalid orders or things like that. So once you've connected your data, you'll be able to set up your model. And inside this model, you'll see there's multiple colors. And this is showing you how you connect across disparate data sources. So yellow is actually an Excel file for demo purposes. And then we have two different MySQL databases, and the teal, and then this dark blue. And this blue, what's cool is we inherit the relationships from structured data. So creating your data model takes about 3 seconds when you're just starting this out with structured data. And then on top of this, you can add any data transformation. So you can add new columns to existing tables, or you can add new data views. And what's great about our data views is there's no SQL required, so less technical folks who are less SQL fluent can participate here, and our system will make sure that this is highly optimized so performance is never an issue for you. Now, you just customize or configure this over here on the right panel, and then you'll have your new view, and you'll be able to continually publish this as you make changes if you need to. And then the last step is actually building out these dashboards. And this is where less technical people like product managers, designers can really get involved on top of this data model you've set up for them. And it's super simple to kind of create a combo chart or any type of chart you want. So selecting a field is as simple as, choosing the table and selecting what field you want. And then you can also customize this. So you can configure your fields on how you want them to be aggregated, how you want them to display, what kind of format, and then also the display name. So this table or field is the order ID field, but we want to make it order count so it's a little bit more user friendly. And then you can also adjust lots of stuff on the display side of things. So if I want to add little markers or dots to my lines instead of plain, I can do that. I can add any other kind of things, like if I want my x-axis to show the label or not. you can get pretty granular with your updates here. You can also add filters without any code, which is great. So you can add a filter on any field in your database. And then to get this live, there's two steps, right? One is publishing. And what's great about publishing is as you want to make iterations or updates to your dashboard, you don't have to re-embed it. It's just, you just publish it and it will be regenerate any of the data that's necessary, and then it will push out to your end users via SDK. Now, to get that SDK up and running, you've got two snippets. The first snippet is actually dropping in this dashboard here. So that's the filters, the tiles, the visualizations. Then this other one is done once per application. And this is what helps us authenticate your application and your users. So we take any data that you provide, like a bearer token, and use that against your authentication service. And we'll pull any information you need for role level security. So if you set up user ID, organization, role, anything like that, we would use those values to apply to your role level security rules that you've set up on your model. And that's really all it takes to get a Verb dashboard up and running. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at dave@verbdata.com. Thanks for watching.